Access Sacramento presents Hometown Sports Game of the Week. Major underwriting support this season for Hometown Sports Game of the Week on Access Sacramento is provided by the Sacramento Metropolitan Cable Television Commission. Access Sacramento also thanks Sharif Jewelers, fine jewelers since 1932. Sharif Jewelers, a longtime sponsor of community television. And Folsom Lake Honda, a proud sponsor of Access Sacramento's Hometown TV and Game of the Week, and a partner in our community, Folsom Lake Honda.
First place in the Metropolitan League is at stake this evening in Elk Grove. And Access Sacramento welcomes you to the Hometown Sports Game of the Week. Good evening. Welcome to Mark Macris Memorial Stadium here on the campus of Monterey Trail High School, where tonight the host Mustangs circle the wagons to defend home field against the invading Burbank Titans. Hello again, I'm Will James alongside the Imperator of Analysis, Hall of Famer Jim Domino. We have the stage set for you tonight. A good battle in a Metro League game that will determine who's on the top spot by themselves after tonight's action, Jim. Both clubs are hot, coming in with winning streaks.
They certainly are. In the case of Monterey Trail, of course, they're unbeaten. They've gone through everybody, including Bay Area teams, etc. But give Burbank some credit. They're coming here to play tonight, Will. They lost 3 tough games right from the start. But, boy, they got things going now, winning 4 straight. So give Coach Eddie the credit. He and his staff doing a great job turning this thing around.
Yes, second-year head coach Eddie Elder guiding the Titans in here tonight for a tough assignment on the road, playing against a red-hot ball club, T.J. Ewing's Mustangs, rattling off 7 straight. Now, the last time these two teams met was long ago. Take it back to 2009, the only meeting between the two.
Well, yeah, we're going back 9 years, and the Mustangs jumped on to a 15-0 halftime lead, and, of course, the Titans tightened it up on Mitchell's TD reception, and then Calvin DeFavors on a long 66-yard bomb clinched it for the Mustangs 22-8.
So the renewal of this matchup occurring just the second time upcoming tonight on the Game of the Week. Now, the last outings for these two squads, they were momentum builders and lopsided wins at that.
Well, they certainly were. There was sort of league games, but no test at all. Burbank handled River City 56-14, and at the same time, Monterey Trail was entertaining Kennedy very easily, 50-0. Both games ended up being running clock type of games. But tonight, this is the real thing between the two top teams in this league, Will. And I'll tell you what, anything can happen here tonight. We know that Mustangs are definitely favored. They're home. They're undefeated. But we expect a tight ball game.
We do. A very competitive game. Lots of pride at stake besides the league standings. Star power will be plentiful in this evening's contest. And if we examine the impact players for each squad, certainly Coach Eddie Elder's impact players, the Titans tonic, will really have to have their best games this evening on the road.
Well, starting out with the Titan tonic, and again, both teams have a lot of two-way players. Edward Assey, another two-way starter, 619 receiving yards, outstanding defensive back. Tanelo Fisilo, watch him tonight. I'll tell you, he's 5'9", about 210, and he can pound you and run downhill. Lavelle Bailey has been coming into his own the last 4 or 5 games. An outstanding 6'3", 6'4", 5 quarterback. He can run and throw. And Quincy Wright, two-way starter at wide receiver and defensive back, one of the outstanding athletes in the league.
No question, all those compliments richly deserved, and particularly for Bailey, who is the starting quarterback leading the team in tackles. Now, for Coach T.J. Ewing's outfit, the undefeated Mustangs are going to counter with the major Mustangs tonight, leading an outstanding group all the way down their roster.
Well, let's start with the leader, Zach Laurier. Laurier has had an outstanding year. He's got 20 touchdowns running and passing. He does it all. He even plays defense. You watch him tonight, one of the premier quarterbacks in the county area. Jahil Budget, the outstanding running back with 900-plus yards, also plays D, and he can go to the house. Andre Almonte, an outstanding player, leading tackler on the team, along with Marcus Jones with 83 tackles. It's hard to believe. Those two anchor that D.
Well, that's a bit of an understatement, and you'll notice for fans that have seen Monterey Trail in previous seasons, lots of younger brothers dotting the lineup and the rosters tonight for the Mustangs. So that's how we have the table set this evening. A beautiful evening here in Elk Grove. Shirt sleeve weather, just a whisper of a breeze, and we are set for some big-time game action on Access Sacramento's Hometown Sports Game of the Week. So stay with us. When we come back, we're checking in with the source. Lauren Goodman has much more on tonight's big matchup. Stick around.
So how was work?
It was 1,300 hours. My math class from 302 was in the trenches. Davy Roth had it the worst. Fractions were coming at him left and right. He just didn't get the damn things. 2 days ago, I tried to teach him what 1/4 of 1/2 was using different sizes of blocks. Yesterday, I tried again by dividing up pizza. Both missions failed.
Oh, no.
But today, I was ready. I created a combat math game where the only way to beat the enemy is to out-fraction them. Davy conquered every last denominator. My game was so successful, the principal is deploying it to math squadrons all over the school. Anywho, how was your day?
Oh, today my boss treated the office to salad wraps.
Salad wraps.
I know.
Open road, here comes the Heffley family.
Whether it's a short trip or a long haul,
Estimated time, 47 hours.
they will beg,
You're hungry? I'm happy to provide.
they will plead.
Deep fried butter on a stick.
But whatever you do, don't wimp out.
Now you're talking.
Make them buckle up.
He can't hurt.
Remember, safety first. Cheese curls second.
Are you orange?
Sure, I look cute now, but when my owner lost his job, it was rough. I was living on the street, and one night, me and this Cocker Spaniel got into it so bad, I wound up looking like an ice cream cone. I cried a little bit, but thankfully I got rescued, so I'm running, I'm jumping, all back to my old self. And I'm ready to give unconditional love, even if you put a lampshade on my head.
Welcome back. We're at Mark Macris Memorial Stadium here at Monterey Trail High School in Elk Grove for tonight's Hometown Sports Game of the Week presented by Access Sacramento. Let's turn our attention now down to field level and pick up Lauren Goodman.
Well, tonight we're going to start with our coaching counterparts for the visiting Titans. They're led by Eddie Elder, former Titan back in the day. He's in his second year at the helm, and he has an overall 10-8 record for the Titans. Now, he's succeeding Hef, who left in 2017, who actually Eddie Elder played for. Now, last season, he led the Titans to a 6-5 record in his first year, and they made a trip to the playoffs. So the Titans are a program in progress, and Eddie's doing a great job leading them. For the home team, Titans, we have TJ Ewing. He's in his 14th season, the only head coach here at Monterey Trail. He has a 75-77 overall record. Now, this season is his best season in school history. They're on their longest winning streak, undefeated so far. He's had his best record since 2009, back when they were 11-3, and they were co-league champions with Folsom and Pleasant Grove. So the Mustangs are in good hands with TJ Ewing at the helm. For our series history today, it's small history. This is only their second meeting, starting with all of the realignments. These teams are now getting to see each other. As you see here, Mustangs are leading the series 1-0. Back in 2009, Monterey Trail led 15-0 in the first half by beating the Titans 22-8. Now, in that game, there was a big-time play connection for Mike Calvin to Evan Favors, so be on the lookout for some big-time plays today. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Lauren. Yes, this is warming up to be quite a ball game tonight. Lots at stake, and it's very festive. This is senior night here at Monterey Trail High School. If you notice the festivities in the peripheral here, that's what the program calls for, to honor the departing seniors. And it's a beautiful night here in Elk Grove, as mentioned. You see there on our graphic. Still warming up for short sleeve attire, just a slight breeze, humidity's apparent, and ding dong, clear as a bell in the visibility department. And we have an excellent field of vision here from the press box atop Mark Macris Memorial Stadium. Tonight's ball game has been heavily scrutinized during the week by all media sources, and let's take a look at the keys presented by the Imperator for tonight's game.
Well, let's start out with the fatigue factor. Who's got the depth? Well, Monterey Trail definitely has more depth than Burbank. Burbank's only suiting 23 guys up. And believe me, they have 7 two-way players. So we're going to see what role that plays in this contest tonight. And I think it will play a big role. And we'll see what happens. Mustang firepower, they've got a ton of running backs, and they excel. It's going to put a lot of heat on that defense for Burbank when Larrier, Budget, Hills, Ramsor, Alamonte, a host of backs, Brown, etc. And perhaps we'll even see Oliver back. And I'll tell you, he's a great one. You're going to see during the course of the season, 13 backs have carried the football. Veer versus Flex, both these teams like to run. They run, rock and roll. Mustang up-tempo pressure. You better be ready right away because TJ's ball club lines up quick. If they huddle, they're in and out of that huddle in about 10, 12 seconds. You better be ready to play football. And then who's got the ball? Well, a lot, like I said, a lot of people share that ball for the Mustangs. And in the case of Burbank, hopefully that flex bone better be having some deception with it so you can freeze up those Mustangs who are very tough on D.
Boy, they certainly do fly to the football, rampaging defense, and it's evident in their statistical breakdown. And certainly team has always been paramount for TJ Ewing's ball club. And it's just gratifying to associate with his program because of how deep it goes. It goes far beyond anything that takes place on the field.
It certainly does, Will. You know, I've talked during the week about that. And we've been here many times, and we've been all over town many times. But the one thing I really like, is just what you said. TJ is concerned with his players on and off the field. They work hard on grades and hard on being a human being. And you know that.
Well, speaking of grades, he's got 5 players here that all exceed 4.0 grade point averages. Laurier, Waugh, Crump, Benoit, and Lee, all in that elite category. And he's got 3 others, Budget, Hills, and Brown, all registering better than 3.5 grade point averages. So excellent balance there, along with their athletic talent to have such stellar academic discipline.
Well, you know, it is what it is. Every 4 years, the CIF realigns. And this is the first year of the new realignment. And you and I have watched Monterey Trail in the Delta for many years in a very, very tough league, perhaps right in there, second or third, right in there behind the SFL and CVC. We have some great leagues in Sacramento. But getting back to it, in all due respect, this game is a big game here tonight because it's probably, in all due respect to the other teams, it could be kind of a titled ball game, and they got to play it that way.
Most assuredly. Well, we're going to step back and take a little break right now. When we return, we'll take a look at the weekly rankings compiled by the Imperator. Stay with us.
Here's your check. Oh, you got it. You know, since I got rid of my car, I really enjoy walking.
Okay. God, no.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates.
Oh, you're home early. You live with your mom?
That'll set your game back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
My grandfather served in World War II. Spending time with him were the best memories of my life. I became a physician at VA because of my grandfather, so I can help others like him. I can't imagine working with better doctors or a more dedicated staff. I'm fulfilling my life's mission with the help of my team and thanks to these veterans. I'm proud to be a doctor at VA and proud to honor my grandfather every day. Search VA Careers to find out more.
Welcome back to Monterey Trail High School for Access Sacramento's hometown sports game of the week. The host Mustangs tonight doing battle with the visiting Burbank Titans in a ball game that will determine sole possession of first place in the Metropolitan League. And we have a continuing, as you see there, continuing activities. It's senior night here at Monterey Trail, and I don't believe I've ever seen such a large battalion of family, parents, friends, honoring the departing seniors as I see here this evening at Monterey Trail High School. Quite a festive occasion. But let's direct our attention now to the weekly compilation of area rankings. Of course, that would be Domino's Dozen.
Okay, football fans, let's start out with Folsom. That's no surprise. No surprise for Folsom, and they've been there all season long. And other than a non-league loss to nationally ranked De La Salle, hey, they just keep going. Intercom #2. I've had them too a long time now, replacing one of the other teams that dropped down. Placer, Joey Montoya's club, unbeaten, and going on and on. Del Oro with a huge win last week over Oak Ridge. Quite a victory. Monterey Trail, you're going to see tonight. TJ's got a complete football team, and Capital Christian is still unbeaten. Jesuit is coming back into the rankings, starting out with a couple of losses. Oak Ridge High School slipping down to 8. Sheldon at 9, holding its own at 6-1. Antelope High School, very tough schedule. Grant back in the picture. Mike Albergini's club, and Elk Grove #12. In the red zone, Granite Bay trying to still get a piece of that playoff picture. Bear River unbeaten. Colfax still unbeaten. Joey Martello just outstanding. Wood Creek losing a tough ball game that we did against Antelope, and by God, they had a winning drive on the way, and it petered out just for the gun. Rio Linda having a tremendous year. Casa back playing well after a couple of years down. Yuba City still in the hunt for that league. And Burbank here tonight, you'll get a good look at this ball club that's won 4 straight football games.
And what you said earlier in the pregame was important. Those first 3 losses, 2 of those by 1 point. Definitely tough to take, but of course they've rebounded now with the 4 straight wins. Well, let's redirect our attention back down to field level. Lauren Goodman is standing by with Monterey Trail School Principal Eric Swanson. Lauren?
Well, Will, I'm here with the principal, like you mentioned, Eric Swanson. What's going on campus right now?
So much. Today was marked the end of our term 1, so we had finals the last couple days, so students worked really hard for the last 9 weeks. We're on a block schedule, so they all earned their 5 credits in their classes. So much happening with the excitement around football. Our girls volleyball team's undefeated in the Metro League as well. Our students are making great choices on campus. We've got a lot of students out in the community doing service, so it's a really great place to be.
Can you tell me about some of the programs that Monterey Trail offers that's probably different than the other schools around here?
Yeah, Elk Grove Unified does a really good job with their career technical education pathways, and so we have a number of pathways on campus which give students an opportunity to pursue learning in fields that they may pursue as careers. So we have an engineering academy on campus. We added a digital media, so at some point those young people can grow up, be just like you guys here. We also have an animation pathway, and we're converting a couple classrooms into a state-of-the-art animation pathway right now that'll look just like what the employees at Pixar see, and so we're super excited about that. We've got fashion on campus, and we've got other things happening during the day, so much to list. But after school, we've added a couple programs this year that we're really proud of. We have a program called IYT, which stands for Improve Your Tomorrow. An alum from Valley High School, Michael Lynch, founded this program, and it identifies and supports on our campus 50 young men of color, both academically and with leadership skills. So we're really excited for those young people to have the opportunity. And then also this year, we have what's called Assets. It's an after-school grant. So on campus, I was on campus. Well, I'm on campus every day, but after school last week, really late, and it was really great to be at a school that even at 5 p.m. there's so much happening with different clubs on campus, sports, band rehearsing. So it's a really great opportunity for our students to get extra learning with enrichment. So it's just a really great place to be here at Monterey Trail.
Well, it seems like Monterey Trail is in good hands with the principal, Mr. Swanson here. Back up to you, Will.
Well, thank you very much, Lauren. Matter of fact, Jim, if I had another chance to go through the 4 years of high school, I'd want to go here to Monterey Trail. That was quite a rundown of special programs, activities, and features that these students can participate in.
Wow, how flexible they are. What an offering. I was really impressed with that. I mean, really, there's many activities to be part of, and it looks like, as you look at the student body here, they look like they're into it. They look happy, and not having an unbeaten team doesn't hurt you either, does it?
Not at all, and the one that really stood out to me among those 17 that Principal Swanson ran down there was the new IYT program, that being Improve Your Tomorrow. So I not only observe that notion, and I think that would be fair to pass that on to many others too.
Let's have a good today and a better tomorrow.
When we come back from this break, we'll take a look at some numbers that have a direct bearing on tonight's contest and the eventual outcome of said contest. We'll be right back.
They'll test you. Try to break your will. But however loud the loudness gets, however many cheese puffs may fly, you're the driver, the one in control. Stand firm. Just wait. And move only when you hear the click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
Well, the crowd continuing to stream into Mark Macris Memorial Stadium here on the campus of Monterey Trail High School in Elk Grove, where tonight Access Sacramento's hometown sports game of the week has its cameras trained on tonight's action that will determine sole possession of, yes, we're talking Metro League. So let's take a look at the standings and you can eyeball exactly where it's at.
All right, here we got these two teams right in front of you. As you see there in highlighted, Monterey Trail 2-0, Burbank 2-0. And you know, the figure at the right is their overall record, but let's look league only. Followed by McClatchy 2-1, Kennedy 1-1, Laguna Creek 0-2, River City 0-2. So actually the winner of this football game will be out front. They will stand alone in first place, unbeaten. So is this important? Yes. And you know, it's too early to tell who's going to get in the playoffs. You're going to figure the top two for sure, and possibly a third-place team. So there's going to be some fight going on. But let's face it, in all respect to McClatchy, Kennedy, Laguna, and the rest of the league, these two teams, in my opinion, stand out. And we're going to see it get settled tonight.
Most assuredly, they will certainly put some separation between the other teams in the Metro. So lots at stake tonight on senior night here at Monterey Trail High School. But there are a couple other Metro League contests going on this evening.
Well, McClatchy, River City, and Laguna, Kennedy. I don't know if we have any updates, do we?
I don't think they're much past their opening
Little
kickoff,
early.
But nevertheless, we will provide updates from those contests. River City, the Raiders tonight playing host to the McClatchy Lions, and at a neutral field, Casumnas River College, Kennedy High will be the home team there, taking on Laguna Creek as the Cardinals are the visitors. So lots of action around town, and that's how the Metro matchups show up. Well, our officials, I hope they brought their fast shoes tonight because they're going to have to keep up with some straight heat. Herman Brown leading our officiating crew assigned by the NCOA, Northern California Officials Association. John Sweetman, our umpire. The head linesman tonight will be Chris Elliott. Romero, the line judge. Hill, the back judge. And they are playing on a fast turf tonight, so I think the officials ought to get some extra stretches in.
With the runners that we have in this football game, we've got several runners at least that can go to the house. And like you said, they better be able to keep up with them.
Beautiful evening this evening here for tonight's contest. The Monterey Trail, the outstanding Monterey Trail Marching Band is with us and will be performing throughout the night as part of the senior night festivity and just the general condition of things here at Mark Macris Memorial Stadium. Well, it looks, Jim, like we have a partial coming in from around the area. No surprise here that Folsom is on top of Granite Bay 12-0 early on. Also first quarter, Rio Linda up 10 on Lincoln as our executive statistician Gary Martin is fattening us up here with some nice scores.
That Rio Linda Lincoln game is a big league game for both those teams.
We're going to take a little break, and when we return, we'll have a look at tonight's starting lineups and then pull our seatbelts a wee bit tighter for tonight's opening kickoff.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies.
Selfies, nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's put a ride home.
No doubt you're going places, young lady.
Thank you. And thank you for the interview as well. I can imagine it was the last thing that you wanted to do after such a long campaign meeting.
You really are a very intelligent young woman. You're very smooth.
You're very smooth yourself.
You have no idea.
The Monterey Trail Marching Band this evening performing our national anthem, and certainly getting our fans warmed up for what promises to be a red-hot skirmish tonight in a battle for first place in the Metro League, Jim.
Oh, very definitely here. As you see that great marching band marching off, very impressive, done and outfitted very nicely, and we're getting ready for kickoff time here. We expect a great football game, and once again, don't cut that Burbank squad short. Don't judge them by the number of guys on their team, because they're pretty good. And I've seen them in one football game, and like I said, they're had two really disappointing one-point losses, and they could come in here very easily at 6-1 and not 4-3. Will?
Very easily. Records and stats can be deceiving, as we've learned over the years. It really requires being there and seeing it happen to have a firm grasp of what really went down. But one-point losses are certainly tough to take, and it's been a nice rebounding effort by Eddie's Titans to rattle off the 4 straight wins after those disappointments.
Well, give Eddie Elder a lot of credit, he and his staff, because, you know, things didn't look too good at the start. And being only second year at the helm, you know, all of a sudden you can get a little heat supplied in that stands, because they followed a veteran coach, John Heffernan, now at Elk Grove High School. And John was very successful there for 13, 14 years. And now Eddie Elder, who was an outstanding player for John at Burbank High School back in the day. So give Eddie some credit. And they have come on, and he's getting better and better as a coach. He's only in his second year. He's only going to get better.
No question about it. Repetition does wonders, and he's done a nice job adapting to a new school and a new situation. As we see the co-captains out on the field meeting with our game referee in the person of Herman Brown, representing Monterey Trail, a quartet consisting of Anthony Almonte, Zach Laurier, Jahil Budget, and certainly let's not forget Brandon Waugh. And for the visiting Titans, they're represented by Lavelle Bailey. Also out there, Rodolfo Gutierrez. And of course, boy, we've been really looking forward to seeing Fizlau run the football tonight. And he's got power plus, and certainly these co-captains are leaders of their respective teams, and that leadership goes a long way in achieving victory. And in speaking with Coach Ewing, senior leadership, he says, is crucial.
It is. Any football team, believe me, having capable seniors who are not just starters but great leaders. And you see these 4 co-captains getting together, and you're going to see the result of this toss. Here we go.
Fellow officials.
Oh, we have a deference by the home team.
So Monterey wins the toss but defers. They'll do the kicking from our right to our left. So Burbank will receive. And to do the kicking honors for host Monterey Trail, reliable Michael Lee will tee it up. Out of 57 kickoffs, he's had 20 touchbacks.
That's a pretty good percentage. And you know how important that is, Will? We've seen a few of those early this year where they were putting the ball 40-50% or more in the end zone, and forces a team no run back and drive the ball 80 yards for your apparent touchdown.
Deep receivers for the Titans. Darius Daniel, 21, Quincy Wright, number 3. And they've did a little shift now. Lavelle Bailey is backed up into a deeper return position inside the 10-yard line.
Well, what's amazing on Lavelle Bailey, tell me what he doesn't do. I mean, he plays D. They've moved him occasionally early this season from running back to a wide receiver and from quarterback to running back. He does it all. He's truly a triple threat.
No truer words can be spoken. And besides that, when we shift seasons, dynamite basketball player for the Titans.
Wow.
So we're ready to go here. This is Access Sacramento's Hometown Sports Game of the Week. Monterey Trail and Burbank in a battle for first place in the Metro. With Jim Domino and Lauren Goodman, I'm Will James. Welcome aboard. Nice to have you with us this evening. Lee, a chip pooch to the right side, handled easily outside the 40-yard line, and this is going to be tremendous field position upcoming here for the Titans. And on that return, Edward Ossie, a short run back, but look where they are.
Well,
let's take a look now at the Titans offense. As mentioned previously, Lavelle Bailey running the show at the QB position. Trice and Daniel very dangerous as receivers and runners. Fizzle, their leading ball carrier. And there's the rest of their alignment, and that 5 in the front right there will have to do the job. First play from scrimmage. Big hole up the middle. There he is right off the bat, a gain out to midfield. Tanilla, and you've been waiting to see him, Jim.
Oh, yeah. I got a little brief of him on a scrimmage early year, and I was impressed. He gets a little tired late in the game because he's playing D as well, but he could pound you inside. He can pound you.
Midfield after that better than 10-yard run, a first down right off the bat. They stay on they fake the handoff. Bailey's gonna get outside, left sideline, big yardage. Finally dropped hard at the 25, a loose football, and it's gonna be a fumble recovery for Monterey Trail High School. Wow, that was a real shot that dislodged the ball from Bailey after an excellent run. And I believe we're gonna credit Brandon Waugh with the recovery. Another look.
Watch this. Watch Bailey take it on his own here, but he's got to protect the football. He's holding the football on his inside hand, and he's vulnerable to a hit, and there it is. There goes the football, and they're all over it, and tight end, linebacker, on the ball. Here it comes, Monterey Trail.
From their own 27-yard line, they run the veer, and they put some variations to it since Coach Ewing first brought it into the area. Under center, Laurier. Turn and give, a short yardage run that's going to get them about 3 yards to the 30. Along with Laurier at that quarterback position, Hill's the fullback, Budget leading ground gainer, Waugh and Crump is the tremendous deep threat. Mirza always open. And a tough line right there with good depth to back it up for the Mustangs. Gain of 3, 2nd and 7. Laurier keeps, he's outside. Here's a foot race. Hold on to yourselves. They're chasing him and they're not gonna catch him. Oh my goodness. 70 yards, Zach Laurier. They bit on the fake.
Definitely a beautiful fake inside. 3 people hit that running back, and Laurier kept it. And as he opened it up, my goodness, he looks faster than I thought he was. I heard he was fast, but he can open it up.
Oh, there was one defender giving chase, and it was to no avail. On for the PAT, Lee, the boot on the way, and got it. Another look at the Zach Laurier show.
Watch that great fake inside. They tackle quickly, Budget, and he's off to the races, and he leaves that secondary.
Bailey tried to give chase and couldn't do it. We'll be right back for more of the Hometown Sports Game of the Week.
Hi, Hi, I'm Lourdes Stefan, host of Univision's Sal y Pimienta. Cancer doesn't just change the way you feel, it changes the way you look. From losing your hair, even your eyebrows, to changes in your skin and nails, cancer treatment can rob you of your confidence and self-esteem. But Look Good, Feel Better changes all that. More than 800,000 women have learned how to address the appearance side effects of cancer treatment through our workshops. Visit lookgoodfeelbetter.org to find a free workshop near you. Let Look Good, Feel Better help you feel like you again.
Early shock treatment applied by the host Mustangs. A 70-yard TD sprint by quarterback Zach Laurier. And the PAT good for a 7-0 Monterey Trail lead as they're prepared to kick off. 2 plays, 73 yards in just 48 seconds on the scoring drive. A deeper kick, though, away from the returner. Picked up on the run. Still loose. Out in the open, what a run back. That was a tremendous effort right there. I'll tell you, Daniel stayed on his feet after being hit by several players back near the 25-yard line.
Darius Daniel, outstanding wide receiver, defensive back, number 21. By the way, has 3 interceptions this year. Outstanding athlete. What an effort on that run back.
Tremendous effort, 24 yards on the return, and good field position as a result out to the 41-yard line. So let's see if the Titans can counter. Turn and give. They come to the right side, and their leading ground gainer loose with a move and a cutback. Nicely done. I'll tell you, Fizelau showing off his stuff early on.
Well, he's known as a power runner, but he turned that corner, Will, and went off tackle. He bounced outside because normally he's an inside tackle, north-south runner.
Well, he's had 2 first down runs on his first 2 carries. Penalty marker there, dropped near the 40, so we'll see about that. It's going to be wiped out on a holding call. Tough luck for the Titans. So got to be a disappointment there for the Titans as the football is moved back now and parked just outside the Titan 30.
That is a huge loss. Now they're in first and 20. First and 20, a long 20.
Let's see what Bailey and the Titans want to do with this now. We're just underway here in the first quarter, but early on action. Bailey working outside left, cuts back, shows a burst, and gets back to nearly the original line of scrimmage, about a 9 or 10 yard run to the 41.
Well, he's deceptive. What he's got to watch is he's a right-hander, and if you notice, every time he keeps the ball, it's in that right hand, and it cost him in that last drive. So when he runs left, it's in his right. I want to see when he runs right if it's still in his right.
Brandon Waugh with the tackle. He had the key fumble recovery on the previous Burbank possession. Direct snap. Fizelau working left. Cuts it back, and it's a short yardage run.
There really wasn't much there. He moved the line of scrimmage about 3 yards. Not a great push by the left side of the Burbank offense, really, between Pfeiffer, Gutierrez, and center Samate. But this is a crucial down coming up here early in this football game where they're going to have to pick up about a good 8 yards and move the chains.
Well, they gave him a good spot out to the 45. It's looking like about a 3rd and 7 or so. We'll see what they do on this one. Bailey wants to throw. Good protection. Now he's flushed. He'll have to run it. He cuts it back and has first down yardage on 2nd and 3rd effort breaking tackles. Lavelle Bailey.
Well, once again, he's deceptively fast. Boy, we've got 2 quarterbacks here, are 2 of the best in town as athletes. Wow. Lavelle Bailey back to pass here now. Nobody there, nobody open. He takes it upon himself. And he might have picked up a yard or two more if he didn't lose those football pants.
Gain of 11. Another first down. Burbank's doing a beautiful job accumulating first downs. The turnover there will really hurt them. Fieselau hitting the backfield and shucks it off, but good follow-up tackling by 3 other Mustangs shut that down, Hills among them.
Well, once again, nowhere for Fieselau to go. He lost a yard, Will. And once I like to see him given the ball and run between the tackles. I really do.
Brandon Waugh, Levi Philpott, and inside backer Thaddeus Hills all in on that stop. 2nd and 11 after a loss of 1. Bailey to throw. Comes to the near side and throws off balance. A floater, well defended, but a grab along the sideline. Was the inbounds? No. Excellent effort right there, demonstrated by Darius Daniel, as Laurier had some of the coverage out there, but he was on the sideline, incomplete. 3rd and 11. Actually, closer to 3rd and 12.
Well, I'll tell you, they're coming real hard, Will, and they're protecting deep. They're coming real hard up front. It's time, if they've got a screen, this would be a great time to run it.
Okay, you heard it from the Imperator. If they have a screen, this would be a good time to utilize it. That's what Jim Domino would do. Let's see what Eddie Elder will do. Bailey gets rushed and dropped on a big-time sack right there. I must say, Brandon Waugh is a dynamite defender. Should not ever be underrated. Bigger loss now, 4th and about 16 after the sack.
Very impressive football player, I'll tell you that.
Well, Burbank is lining up in punt formation, and they do boot high but very short. And the Mustangs let it roll, and it's going to cost them about 10 more yards, maybe a bit more than that, downed just outside their own 10. So it turned out to be a 39 punt, 39 yards with the roll, but a stop on defense by the Mustangs. Monterey Trail takes over from their 11. On top 7-0 after a scintillating 70-yard touchdown burst by quarterback Zach Laurier on the Mustangs' second play from scrimmage. Laurier keeps it again, and they didn't go for it this time. There was a little mistiming in the backfield there, and he got dropped fast. Finau on the tackle. Makahele coming out of the ball game.
Didn't go for the fake. They slow played that option, Will, and Finau just bounced out with it and did a heck of a job for them. Outstanding defense by Sua Finau.
Right side running, good daylight, and a cut back all the way across the 20 to about the 22. That was a quick burst right there. The speed was huge on that. Fieselau with the stop from his linebacking position, but you're going to see Budget accelerate here as he turns up.
Watch it. He'll get the handoff in there, and now he's off to the right. Watch this burst. Right in there, finds a hole. Fieselau, with, as you mentioned, with the tackle now. They move the chains, and once again, Monterey Trail on the drive.
From the 21-yard line, hitch pass left side, it's open. and a little bit of running room after the catch, but well done on the play. They go to Prophet Brown on the swing pass, and it picks up about 8 yards on the play, 2nd and short.
Darius Daniel with an ankle tackle on him, and it's a good thing because I think we're going to see that play quite a bit tonight. They've broken those simple hitches and bubble screens.
Gain of 9, 2nd and 1. They blast ahead for the first down, a short yardage play that worked beautifully.
Hills is not going to get the number of carries like the other backs do, but when he does, he's going to move the chains. Good for 3 to 5 yards at least.
He's carrying a 9.6 average, as you see him there. Thaddeus Hills, 22, starting fullback. And a nice compliment to the rest of their backfield aces. 1st and 10 from the 34. That was a 5-yard burst. Backs are split this time. Budget has the carry. Muscles ahead with a good line surge, about a 4-yard run. Clock rolling here at the 4-minute mark. Opening period here from Monterey Trail High School. Another look here.
Watch his counter back to Budget with those 2 linemen pulling, and he didn't get the tackle, but he got a piece of the ball carrier again. Was Sua Fanau.
2nd and 5 from the Mustang 39. Laurier rolls, looks, and fires. Complete along that far sideline. Boy, that was nicely done. That was on target, and the receiver had slipped into a soft spot in the coverage area. Budget out of the backfield. Dangerous receiver.
Well, we had a missed tackle over there. We didn't get who it was, but if we see it again, you'll see a missed tackle right off the start of the play.
A little bit out of position, too. Had a little tough angle there, but nevertheless, 1st and 10 into Burbank territory. Outside right. Flag flies near the end of the play. Laurier had the carry. Okay, both clubs now being hit with a holding penalty. For Burbank, it was a drive buster. We'll see about how the Mustangs try to recover from the setback. They're moved back to their own 47-yard line. Going to need to get about 20 yards here for a first. Laurier to throw. He's got a man open on the dead run. A catch and run as they go to their wideout, Kevin Adams. Loose in the secondary. That was a pinpoint strike.
Well, a good fake in the backfield. He froze some of the secondary and put the ball right out front for Kevin. Nice, well done.
They parked the football at the 23 of Burbank. Nice catch and run, good for 30 yards. Opening up the right side and shoved back finally on some hard hitting out there. And Hills had the carry, tough fullback, had a nice opening burst and then got shoved back, but he gains 4 on the play. Edward Ossie with the stop, and they're going to need a lot more of that tonight.
Well, they are, as you see, a tough Monterey Trail Ball Club. In this drive, using the clock very nicely, moving the chains.
Gain of 4, 2nd and 6 from the Titan 19-yard line. Laurier to Budget, limited.
You know, but you got to give credit for that front. Gosh, the left side, Sniper and Malanka gave him 5 yards without effort. Watch the get off on the left side.
Nobody's touched him yet. Budget with an easy first down carry there. Football at the 11-yard line of Burbank. Monterey Trail in the red zone on top 7-0, threatening for more. Hills off the left side. Another good line surge, and he's near the 5-yard line.
Well, they're mixing up their blocking so well. That time, Will, they folded the tackle up underneath the guard. Just like a cross block, just well done. The blocking schemes are varied so much. They do a great job up front.
2nd and 5 from the 6. So the Titans can get another first down without scoring. But we've got a stoppage of play here with less than a minute remaining. Burbank is going to take a timeout here. We will too, and come right back for more of the Hometown Sports Game of the Week.
Hi. Hoping for a crisp breeze to help keep you alert. Oh, he took a sip of water too. That'll probably help. You were probably gonna turn down the radio too, so you could focus, right?
Probably okay isn't okay.
Right?
If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
I think the water line is what really drove it home. I blew on him.
Second and 5 from the 6-yard line. Laurier under center for the Mustangs. Pounding on the door. Budget has the carry, but he is stuffed shy of the goal line. 2 tough tacklers in on the play, including Fanau and Vizslau.
Well, you see Fanau limping off, but I'll tell you, give Budget credit, because if you see that again, there was no hole. And he still managed to get a couple of yards on that. Tough yards.
So it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Football inside the 5. They run right, duck to the goal line, touchdown Mustangs. And that was scored with relative ease. Zach Laurier taking it for his 2nd score of the game. That was easy money for a player of his talent.
Well, 3 people jumped on the dive back, and he was home free.
On for the PAT, Michael Lee booted and got it. At 21 seconds of the first.
There's a great fake by Larry. Watch him just waltz in because they collapse on that running back.
We'll be right back for more of the Hometown Sports Game of the Week.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies.
Selfie, nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's put a ride home.
Monterey Trail on senior night. Really starting to warm it up. 14-0 Mustangs as Lee prepares to kick off the scoring drive. 88 yards in 12 plays and a bit better than 6 minutes. Onside, bobbling kick. One of the Titans finally comes up to snag it as they were caught a little bit off by surprise. Darnell Lewis with the return, but good field position here in the final 17 seconds of the first quarter.
Well, if you noticed on 3 kickoffs thus far, Lee has varied it, and the call from the sidelines has varied it from a pooch to an onside to one deep. So they never know what's coming next, and they're mixing it up to keep them alert.
Monterey Trail special teams coaching. So the Titans, work is cut out. They're down 14. Bailey to throw. Deep up the right side. Through the fingers on a wide open Quincy right streak. Incomplete. Was a pretty nice throw right there.
It was a good throw, and I think it surprised Monterey Trail defensive backs on 1st and 10. So it was a good call. He went deep, and now we got 2nd and 10 here as we're getting to the close of this quarter here.
Prophet Brown had the coverage there, and he's pretty happy that it was incomplete.
Yes, he overthrew him, but he put the ball out front. Nice throw by Bailey.
2nd and 10, clock stoppage with the 12 seconds remaining here in the first. The Titans have shown offense, though there's nothing on the board to really validate that.
Well, they have, and they've got to watch the 25 count here.
They show motion. They run left with Trice. Nothing doing. And that will conclude the first quarter, and we're going to turn our attention down to field level and Lauren Goodman. What you got, Goody?
Well, Will, you see small numbers on both sides. It's not by lack of numbers, but it's by coincidence. Both programs believe in a system that they have here that they wait to handpick their kids. As you see on both rosters, for the Titans they have 23 players, and for Monterey Trail they have 32. Here at both schools they have junior programs where they get to handpick kids and work with kids all the way down from the middle school level, and they get to foster these kids all the way up. And both schools have double sport athletes that they believe in. So even though they may be small in size, they're big in might. Back to you, Will.
Thank you very much, Lauren. Nicely said. Sometimes we really do not accurately measure size. In total offense, Burbank in 10 plays has gathered 63 yards. In 15 plays, 172 for Monterey Trail, 70 coming on the one touchdown run.
Yes, yes.
So 3rd down, a key down. Bailey rolls to look to throw, chased and dropped. Wow. How about that? You know, that was an ankle tackle delivered. Pantoja, whose older brother was a star here as well, clipped the ankles and had enough arm strength to drop him.
That's a great play. There he is, Arturo Pantoja. Wow, forcing Burbank to punt the football again. They didn't hold that ball very long, Will.
4th and 17 upcoming from the 37. Bad snap, fumbled away. Monterey Trail's got the pill to the goal line. Touchdown Mustangs. Guess who? Andrew Almonte, whose older brother was a teammate of Pantoja's older brother.
Yes, they just keep coming. They're loyal to Monterey Trail here.
It's all Monterey Trail here in the opening quarter plus. 2 turnovers have just killed Burbank. Almonte with a fumble return, and now Lee will try to tack on his 3rd PAT. Spotted clean, booted nice, and got it. Let's take another look.
Okay, there you have the fumble snap, and they're all over him. And there you see Almonte picking it up, Andrew himself, and going into the end zone.
We'll be right back for more of the Hometown Sports Game of the Week.
Here's something we bet you didn't know. Nearly half of all cancers can be prevented. That's right, half. Nearly 50%, mostly by making small everyday changes in your diet and controlling your weight, walking more, eating less, and eating foods that help you and your family to seriously reduce the risk of cancer. And of course, by not smoking. Visit the Cancer Prevention Together We Can website and get a free 30-day planner filled with tips, recipes, stats, and more about protecting your family. Go to prevent50.org.
Well, things for the visiting Burbank Titans have gone from bad to worse as Samate fumbled the snap on the punt, and Andrew Almonte was very happy to scoop it up and ramble 22 yards for a fumble return touchdown. Lee's PAT was on the money, 21-0. Here's the ensuing kickoff, blasted deepest of all four of them, out of bounds near the 15-yard line. So the penalty again will allow Burbank excellent field position.
You know, they've had the opportunity to drive short fields and work with short fields and just haven't had advantage of it. And the two huge turnovers have cost them.
Fumbled by Bailey, fumbled snap on the punt formation by Samate. One set up a touchdown, the other one resulted in a touchdown.
Well, I think Samate ended up kicking because Saua Finau went off kimping earlier today. And I thought that Finau would be the first and then Samate behind him.
Well, this matchup presented a scenario that the victorious team would emerge in sole possession of first place in the Metropolitan League. Right now, Monterey Trail leading at 21-0 and set to kick off. High and deep as the returner has to back up all the way inside the 5-yard line. And Daniel is coming out with it, and mediocre field position on kind of a chancy return.
I think they'd like to have that previous one back where the penalty would have put him further up the field, Will.
I'm kind of surprised. I thought they'd take the penalty. Daniel, though, a real excellent back. I guess the thinking there, hoping to try to break something even greater than the 35 they would have been awarded.
Well, again, pressure's on Bailey here now, and when you're down 21, a lot of ball clubs abandon their game plan and go to other things, and it's still early in this ball game.
Tries in motion, but they hand it off to their top back, and he's gang tackled immediately. Nowhere to go for Fizelau.
Well, once again, it's only the second quarter, and if you watch closely from tackle to tackle, the front five of Burbank are slowing down.
Well, you mentioned early on lack of depth, a lot of two-way starters, and already here early in the second quarter taking a toll. Fizelau 5 carries for 21, a 4.2 average for the Titans. Pistol formation, Bailey turn and give. Fizelau again tackled in the backfield. There was no opening there.
Well, Keenan, Pantoja, and Almonte, Spearman are really getting, watch the line play here. They're getting off the ball. That big 77 there is Keenan. And I'll tell you, he took two guys on by himself.
We've seen Levi Philpott in assisting on a couple tackles too, but I'm very impressed with this front four of Monterey Trail. Both run defense and pass pressure. A huge 3rd and 11. Bailey's going to keep it and run it, and he might get it. Sideline move, and he's got a first down, shoved out finally at the Burbank 40 on run support issued in the secondary there.
Lavelle Bailey is deceptively fast. He really is. He doesn't look like he's hardly running fast, but I can tell you he's very deceptive.
17 yards on the carry before Prophet Brown runs him out of bounds.
All right, there he is. He takes it once again. The ball's in his right hand, and he better protect the football.
We'll see. 1st and 10 from the Burbank 41 after the 17-yard scramble. Bailey keeps, comes left, just like Laurier did, but it's limited somewhat, but a good gain, nearly to midfield. Shy of a first, but a good bite.
They are collapsing on the halfback Fizelau, and you know, 2 or 3 guys hit him, and I think their game plan here is that we will contain him and force Bailey to run the football, because you're not going to get the big yards out of Fizelau.
2nd and 2 after Bailey's 8-yard run. The ball just shy of midfield. Call it the Burbank 49. They changed their backfield formation now. Fizelau out as a receiver. Fire right. Incomplete. Intended out there for Trice over the middle. That'll bring up a 3rd and 2.
Well, like 2 receivers in the same area, and he threw the ball behind him. And that time, to me, he rushed. There was no need to rush the ball.
Stat-wise, from our executive statistician, Gary Martin, Bailey, 7 carries for 57 on the ground. Upstairs, not as efficient. 0 for 3 up there. Still looking for his first completion on 3rd and short. Give to Fizelau. He's dropped in the backfield. How about that? You know, this defensive line, somewhat undersized, but Pantoja and company are just dynamite.
Pantoja is all over the place. He is quick. Watch him. There he is, tripping him up. He shed his blocker, went right in the backfield. What get off?
What get off? And Brandon Waugh seems to be everywhere on the field defensively for the Mustangs, and don't be surprised if he rings up a touchdown later on offense. Fizelau, his last 3 carries, -1, -1, and -2. Bailey to throw. A bullet over the middle to a wide open Darius Daniel, and he's got first down yardage on a 4th and 5.
Well, once again, you got a flag also, but I'll tell you, Bailey drilled him. The ball was behind him again, but he's got a pretty good gun.
Well, we'll see about the penalty. Our game referee, Herman Brown, with the white cap, will have the explanation for us. Well, it's going to be a face mask against the Mustangs, so tack on some extra. They'll spot the football at the Monterey Trail 35, 1st and 10. Double wide receivers to the near side. Again, they move Fizelau in the backfield, pistol formation. Turn and give to Fizelau. Hit immediately and dropped hard. Nothing doing right there. Well, there's been some serious tackling. Levi Philpott, 15, one of them. The defense has been dynamite. No trespassing is the battle cry for the Mustangs. Top run stoppers. If we look at the right side now with Monterey Trail, Marcus Jones and company, just dynamite. Fizelau now 6 carries for 21, 3.5 average. And he's got a lot of help, Marcus Jones does, but that 83 is impressive. Here's a reverse, and they're going to try to throw off of it down the right sideline. It's covered and incomplete, but a flag flies on the pass from Edward Othie.
To Bailey, their quarterback.
Razzle your dazzle.
Yes.
Again, Herman Brown. Pass interference. against the Mustangs.
There you see a two-way player for now. He hasn't been back in there since midway in the first quarter, number 2.
Let's take another look here.
For now on the sideline.
So it's pass interference, and it sets up a 1st and 10 from the Monterey Trail 20. Burbank really needs to cash in this opportunity. Breaking loose up the middle, zigzag move nearly to the 5-yard line. That was fine effort there by Bailey. First down yardage again, 3 consecutive first downs.
Watch Bailey, Lavelle Bailey. I'm very impressed. What an athlete. Fakes the dive inside, fakes going outside, picks up yardage right down the middle.
He ran right through Levi Philpott's arm tackle there, who was as surprised as anybody. First down, football at the 7-yard line. Gain of 13 on the play by Bailey. Titans banging on the door. Fisalau works left and gets chopped. Nice low tackle right there. Again, credit the stop to number 29, Andrew Almonte.
Almonte is submarining in there and getting through against the bigger linemen like Knox, Johnson, Samate, etc. If you watch Almonte and Pantoja, they are so quick.
No gain, 2nd and goal from the 7. Bailey keeps, and he's going to be wrapped up and pulled back. 4 defenders were there. The first to make contact on that play, Spearman, a very underrated defensive end.
Yes, Jermaine Spearman. Take a look at this pressure from the outside, coming from the outside in and getting a piece of quarterback Bailey.
3rd and goal. 3 straight plays coming from the 7-yard line. The first 2 yield nothing. Lavelle Bailey trying to put some points on the board for the Titans. They're down 21. Out to the right side, complete near the goal line, but perhaps just short on the flip to Malik Trice. At the 1. 4th down, string it out.
Watch Bailey here real quick unload to try. Watch this real quick. He hits 22 now. Almost got it blocked. A nice save by 42. Oh yes. Did he save it?
Well, we were just talking about Marcus Jones earlier, and he did that. Bailey tries to sneak, and he's jammed. Penalty marker thrown. Looked like the timing for the snap may have been off.
Yeah, Bailey in his anxiety to get in. The line wasn't set there, and I think they're going to put him back.
Herman Brown with the call. Wow. Offside Monterey Trail? Yes, it was.
Well, I'll tell you, give Bailey, well, if it was offside them, why didn't they give Bailey the touchdown?
He didn't get in. So they're going to park it half the distance, so we'll still call it 4th and goal. So a timeout taken. We're going to keep it right here, though, in this goal line scenario. You had mentioned the lack of depth for Burbank and fatigue factor likely coming into play.
Well, it's very definite.
Bailey hit. Well, he did get in.
That's why
unless they blew it dead there.
I think they blew it pre-snap.
They did. So Eddie Elder trying to urge his ball club to pull it together. Bailey on the evening, 10 carries for 70. Has him at the goal line. Fisalau 6 for 21, a 3.5 average. They're getting production. They just have been stymied by penalties and some tough Mustang defense. So here we go. And whistles kill this play. Boy, high anxiety.
Well, to me, I'm questioning whether they were set or not, or, oh, maybe it's offside again.
Timeout taken. TJ Ewing, I guess he got the call in just before the snap. So, again, let's keep it right here. He wanted a timeout to set his defense and to give him a little bit of a breather. Eddie Elder really has to have his ball club come through here. We're now on the flip side of quarter number 2 with about 4.5 remaining before the intermission, and he's down 3 tees.
There you see both coaches talking to their teams. Eddie to the offense, and of course Coach TJ with that defense. And a smart move by TJ, because when he didn't like the formation in the set, and he wanted to quickly stop the play before it started and adjust his D.
All right, Coach, what's the call here?
Well, once again, we've seen 2 straight quarterback sneaks, okay? And I foresee perhaps a combination play action, fake dive pass, and either keep or throw to a 1 receiver. Fake inside.
Okay, there's the call from the Imperator. And here's what LaVelle Bailey and the Titans do.
Well, I didn't count on 54 moving.
I don't think anybody did.
Pfeiffer moving early now. Does that change the call? Because that puts him back on the 6-7 yard line. And that puts the option in favor of the defense. And Coach Eddie Elder is sending in about 4 or 5 more people. So he's changing the play.
Well, he may think he has to throw for it for sure from the 6 yard line, but.
Yes, he changed the formation.
Double wideouts left and right. Bailey fumbles the snap, and he's blasted back at the 15 yard line. Oh my goodness. 3 fumbles, all damaging. And coming up big again, we'd mentioned him before, Arturo Pantoja.
Well, if you look here, to me, the snap looks fine. You will see him somewhere he wasn't ready or took his eye off the ball.
Let's take a look, see if we can pick it up. He did. He didn't look it in. He was looking out and to the left. Tough luck for the Titans after a long drive that comes up empty. The ball goes over, 1st and 10 for the Mustangs from their own 14. Flag dropped in the backfield. Larrier kept the football, and we'll see about the penalty. Tough luck for the Titans there. An impressive drive all the way to the 1 yard line where they shot 3 blanks and still had another chance.
They do, and they've got to watch for a letdown here and give up a big play. The Titans have really got to buckle up and be careful here that they don't give up a big one.
4:39 to go. I should say 4:49 when the clock started. Up the middle carry. Nice yardage on that. No hurry, no fuss shown by the Mustangs. So getting his first carry, the outstanding Victor Oliver, who came into the ball game with a 400 yards rushing and 3 touchdowns, 8.2 average, and bit off a nice hunk on that first play.
He sure did. He got off. He gets off the football.
First down from the 29. Gain of 15. Angle left this time. The pile shoves it back. So budget with the carry. Clock rolls. Just over 3 minutes remaining here. I have a feeling that Monterey Trail is setting something up here.
Well, I do too. Mock Haley came out of nowhere there. Well, I'll tell you, he put a good hit on running back Budget.
Nevertheless, gain of 5. Gain of 4, I should say. 2nd and 6 from the Monterey Trail. Wow, look at that. He's still on his feet. Caught from behind. Budget too tough.
He handed it off. He lateral.
Larrier was in trouble and went to the next best option.
Let's look at that. Wow. There you see. No, it's not Larrier. It's the other running back. Oliver hands off.
Oliver
hands off to Budget.
Oliver to Budget. Boy, that was some quick thinking right there.
Yes.
3rd and 5 after that mess.
Well, I mean, he went from a -5 to a +5.
Football at the Monterey 34. Whistles stop the play, illegal procedure. It's going to cost the Mustangs 5.
Well, they faked to Oliver there, and he's running very high on that fake dive. Very high. And they're very fortunate in a way that they're getting penalized because the lateral flip was terrible. It went out of bounds.
A little look of desperation on that one.
Oh, yeah.
Unnecessary desperation.
Well, there's no room to the near sideline when he strings it. They strung it out.
I'm waiting for Brandon Waugh or Andre Crump to come up. 2 outstanding receivers. They go to Budget on the toss, go left, bounce it outside, turn the corner, go for the flag. Impressive running there. I believe he's got the first down.
Well, definitely moving the chains, and 1:44 to go on here. Watch this. Fake dive and a pitch to Budget.
Nice little inside bob and outside bounce.
Without a doubt, a nice action in the backfield with that dive option. Fake to Oliver, pitch to Budget.
They pick up 6 on the play, 1st and 10 from the Mustang 40. Clock becoming a factor now, and a timeout called by Monterey Trail with 1:22 to go. And we'll stay here because I know the Imperator has his crystal ball in front of him. Now, with this little time remaining in the half, sitting on a fat lead right now, Coach Ewing has called the time. Options.
Well, offensive coordinator Rick Arcuri, one of the best. And to me, he's going to settle down. They've just moved the chains. I think he's not going to go for the bomb right now. He's got plenty of time. I believe he has 1 timeout left. So I think they're going to play it safe, but that doesn't mean they won't score. They won't go, for some big play here. I think that let him see what happens here on the next couple of downs, and then they'll decide if they're going for it and not sit on it. You know how I feel when the clock gets really down. You've got a nice, comfortable lead. You don't need a turnover and give up an easy touchdown.
Okay, I'm still looking for Brandon Waugh or Andre Crump here. Quick hit to the right side, dropped. Wow, picked up, but it's a dead ball, blown dead, and Crump with his first touch, unable to squeeze.
That's what those are the things that happen. You call a good play, but it doesn't mean it's going to turn out that way. The ball was poorly thrown. It was underthrown, and thank goodness it was a forward and not lateral.
Well, I look at total offense in tonight's game. It's basically a double up. Monterey Trail, 20 plays for 203 yards, while Burbank, 101 yards on 23 offensive plays.
Well, it's one-sided, and the score is one-sided as well. But we know that Burbank can move the football. They've just been the victim of at least 3 turnovers.
3 fumbles. So in the passing department, that's Laurier's first incompletion on the drop. Otherwise, 3 for 4 for 58 yards. Wow, tight formation, backs are split. They come to the right side with it. And wow, blasted out of there. Budget stays on his feet.
Well, yeah. And we have a, it wasn't called, but we do have a push if you had seen the play by the lead blocker.
Well, the bread and butter for both of these teams is running the football, and they do pound it. We've seen some excellent backs, and certainly that's what they hang their hat on. And we have backs like Hills and Budget and Oliver for Monterey Trail. 1:12 to go. A toss. They're going to try to throw with Budget, but he steps up. He didn't have enough time to square up and throw, but they had sent the deep receiver, and it was their sleeper, Eli Mirza, but heavy pass rush.
Dwayne Makaheli with a great play. There you see that pound the ground, don't we, Will? Well, both teams running the football.
Well, Burbank's picking up 246 a game, and look at that 305 rushing yardage per game by the Mustangs. That is no joke.
Well, these teams run the football. And we got a major penalty being marched off there.
Referee Herman Brown. And it's spotted at the Burbank 46.
I don't know if it's an sportsman. I didn't catch the mechanics on that.
We shall see what the Mustangs can do with it with just 1:02 left, but they're now within striking distance. Look at this shift.
Well, I think it was accidental. They lined up wrong.
Straight drop back, square up and fire. Deep sideline shot. You know, he was he aired
it out.
He did air that out.
You see, originally they wanted to line up twin wide and not twin short side. So he had to switch real quick like.
Well, Crump couldn't catch up with that one.
Well, right now at midfield, and actually 46 yards to go, they're in position to score again. You don't have to get it all in one play. That's the way I look at it.
2nd and 10 from the Titan 46. Less than a minute remaining. Short drop, fire right. And there he is, Crump with the grab, knocked out of bounds, stopped the clock. Close to a first down.
That's what I like to the short side of the field. High percentage play, 8, 10, 12. Get out of bounds.
You do like high percentages, don't you? Shy of a first down. Crump didn't quite get to the stake. He's going to bring up a 3rd and 2.
Well, wisely use the clock on that short side of the field. Once again, you have so many things that, and they're all good. There's not a lot of room, but you get out of bounds.
From the Burbank 38, split backs, Lowry under center. Now he airs it out, sideline, broken up, and a valiant effort there. And a penalty marker flies in as Bailey made the hit on Crump.
That had nothing to do, in my opinion, of the play. Wow. That was so late.
There's Andre Crump. And here's another look at the play. Decide for yourselves. I don't know the basis of the call. However, he's picking up the flag, no penalty. Credit the Imperator for determining from up here that that was an incorrect call, but credit the NCOA officiating team for cleaning that up. Okay, 4th and 2 from the 38, but whistles will halt play with 46 seconds. Another Monterey Trail timeout.
Well, it seems to me that they're out of timeouts, and they've got to wisely, if they want to get, and perhaps Coach Arcuri is thinking that, you know what, let's get close enough where we can put 3 on.
They're not quite there, and if you're wondering about Lee's leg, yet to convert on a field goal this season, but we've seen him put a toe into some of those kickoffs. It would be interesting to note just how close they need to get in order for Coach Ewing and the staff to feel that he's got a good shot at 3.
I don't know what his range is, but they're discussing things there now, and the strategy they're taking. You notice here lately in the last 3, 4, 5, 6 plays, they are, except for the one bomb on the wide side, they're staying to the short side.
So it's 4th and 2. Now there's still 46 seconds left. If they pick up the first down, then they're fresh with another set of downs and have time to work.
Well, I think there's plenty of time on the clock.
Eddie Elder off that Burbank sideline trying to rally his defense. Here's a toss to Budget, working left. Gets outside and gets the first down, takes a hard shot in doing so.
And he did get out of bounds.
Well, everything I've seen out of Budget tonight has been excellent.
Well, if you notice, they were in their run offense. They had double tight end. They'd run a sweep pitch with the lead blocker.
Fieselau, number 5.
Yep.
Finishing that play off.
Right. Hills, they'd run that sweep with Hills leading the way. And luckily they got out of bounds and then only used about 13. Now they're running the clock before the snap.
Well, can't figure that. Gain of 4, though. Laurier to the near side, throws short, and they get out of bounds as Budget has been all over the field. He has the catch, and they're doing just what you say.
Well, it's confusing. I thought in the previous play we saw an official stop the clock. Is that correct?
We did see that, and then we saw the clock running. Okay, start the clock, says Herman Brown, and they do so. Well, I thought he gave the indication to roll the clock here. 21 seconds showing on the board.
I don't understand that. Didn't he go out of bounds or what?
You got me, Coach. I just work here.
My goodness.
10 seconds and counting. No time to spare. Laurier under center is going to roll left, and I don't know where that one's going, but it's definitely short of a touchdown. Flag thrown. Clock shows zeros. We'll wait and see about the penalty. Unusual play call there.
If it's on the D, they get another play.
Herman Brown has the call.
They extend it.
Well, holding is going to
it's halftime.
Finish off this half, and in doing so, it's a 21-0 Monterey Trail lead at the intermission. But we've got some indecisiveness here on the field right now as Burbank's going into the locker room. Their team is. But I cannot explain what the officials are doing out here on the field. So we'll call it the completion of the first half, and we're going to hold it right here because Lauren Goodman will be interviewing our respective head coaches during the break. But 21-0 at the half. Monterey Trail very impressive here despite penalties marring that second quarter.
Well, again, that last minute and a half, 2 minutes was kind of disappointing to me because at times it looked good with the offense here running, but I thought maybe they were trying to get in a position at least to get 3 if they go down the field.
Well, I see Rick Stewart doing a yeoman's job gathering Coach Ewing in the end zone right now, and we'll have a chance to hear his comments with Lauren Goodman.
Coach, we're all interested in what was going on there at the end with the refs.
Well, we're just trying to explain, I didn't care if they called against us or them. Just call what you call and stick with it. Don't take the flag, pick it up. Like 3 different times that happened. It's like that's when everyone gets frustrated. You're not controlling the game in terms of just whatever you call it, and we'll go with that. But don't pick the flag after you've already thrown it down 3 different times, and that drives. It's just kind of frustrating in that regard.
Coach, anything specific that you want to talk to your team about coming out in the second half?
Oh, we get the ball on a kick return, so we're in good position right now.
Coach, good luck in the second half.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Back to you, Will.
Okay, Lauren, thank you very much. Okay, editorial comment there from Coach Ewing about the officiating, but the fact is the Mustangs are on top by 21. That's where we are at the half. Stick around, lots more to come on Access Sacramento's Hometown Sports Game of the Week.
I'm Ferdinand. You look at me and think big. You think scary, but I'm a little misunderstood. Sorry, I almost killed you. We've all been misunderstood. I'm not a fighter.
I don't understand that at all.
Kids with learning and attention issues like dyslexia and ADHD are misunderstood too. Take the time to understand.
Best plan ever!
With the right support, everyone can reach their full potential because you can't judge a bull by his cover. Learn more at understood.org.
They call me Prince like I'm royalty or something. But the places I've lived ain't no palaces. So I don't need grilled salmon or a new scratching post. Just give me a cardboard box and a can of tuna and we're good. You can even change my name. I'm cool being the kitty formerly known as Prince.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. You're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. That will throw you off track. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Well, we have Monterey Trail 21, Burbank 0, and I'm here with the Monterey Trail Vice Principal, Laura Ricks. Can you kind of tell me more about your role here on campus?
Sure. Well, we each kind of oversee different programs. I mostly work on positive school climate and culture, and so my day-to-day is working with programs that help students work more on community integrity, respect, building up our culture so that it's all positive. I work with teachers that work on that as well, so we reward kids for their good behavior, work with kids who need a little more support, and really get some good one-on-one attention so we can help them do the right things. And I also oversee parent engagement, so we work on getting more parents involved in our school community, getting more parents out here so the kids see them, and we know kids' success comes with more parent involvement, so that kind of, I oversee programs that do that. And then the other thing is we're really articulating with our feeder schools, and we have a big shadow day. We bring all the 8th graders over so that everybody wants to be a Mustang.
How big and important is culture here at Monterey Trail in improving it already as well as it is?
Yeah, it's huge. I think it's one of our main things is we want all kids to feel connected to our school and find a place that they feel they can be safe and call home. And I think our kids love it here. We love it here. Staff loves it here. It's definitely a gem in our community. So.
How proud are you to see the parent-student engagement and turnout tonight for the senior night?
Oh, it's the best. Kids feel loved and supported, and we're always looking to have more and more people out here, and when they come, they have a smile on their face, and they leave with a smile on their face, and that's what we're looking for.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Laura. That is all right now from the field. Monterey Trail 21, Burbank 0. We'll be right back.
You've known for years that this is the #1 cause of lung cancer, smoking. That's why the Surgeon General issued this warning. But do you know the #1 cause of lung cancer for non-smokers? It's in this room. You can't see it or smell it. It's radon. Radon is an invisible radioactive gas that seeps inside your home from underground. It can build up to dangerous levels without notice. Now the Surgeon General has issued another lung cancer warning. And whether you smoke or not, breathing radon can cause lung cancer. That's why you need to have your home tested. Protect your family. Call 1-800-SOS-RADON. Heed the warning. Have your home tested. because radon problems can be fixed.
Well, we're here at Monterey Trail High School, 21, Burbank 0, and now I'm with Monterey Trail Athletic Director David Coronado and JV Coach. Coach, how has the energy been and the morale been around campus with this great start with football?
It's been great. The morale is always awesome at Monterey Trail High School. This just allows us to feed on it even more. We're excited here, and it's just been an awesome year.
What's going on with your fall sports? I know football's doing great, but kind of highlight something else that's going on campus.
Yeah, our volleyball team's doing great. They're undefeated in league. They've been killing it. They've been doing a great job. Water polo, women's tennis, girls golf. I mean, we got a lot of things going really well here at Monterey Trail High School, and we're just excited for the future and our environment, our community, and everything else. It's been going really good.
Coach, now I know realignments kind of shook you guys up. Now you're in a new conference, new league. How is everybody's overall perspective in thinking of, like, now we're trying to be victorious, we're trying to win? Obviously, football is setting the tone, but how is that spilling over to your other programs?
I think our mindset's never changed. It's we want to win, we want to compete, and now we control what we can control. You know, no matter who we're playing or what sport it is, we control our work ethic, our attitude, our behaviors, and just getting out and grinding all our sports. We're excited, super excited.
Awesome. Thank you so much, David. Well, they're doing great things here at Monterey Trail. It's 21, Burbank 0. We'll be back.
Hey, you.
Yeah, you. Getting that college education, what are you gonna do? Graduate and take some office job? Be like everybody else?
Or will you dare do something different?
Like, be a teacher. You could be my teacher. You got the skills. The smarts.
Yes, you.
You could be the teacher I never forget.
That'd be cool.
Does that corporate job even have recess? What are you gonna make of yourself?
What are you gonna make of me?
Well, we're here at Monterey Trail High School. They're up 21, Burbank 0, and now I'm with the head coach for Luther Burbank High School, Eddie Elder. Coach, not the half you wanted. What did you see in that first half that was kind of deterring your team from being the team that you know?
Turnovers and coverage bus. You know, we've been practicing all week on their schemes and how they do things and their tendencies, you know, and they had 21 points off our turnovers and one coverage bus, which was equivalent to that long run, you know. But MT is a great team. You know, you can't make mistakes like that, but we're going to bounce back second half.
Coach, I know you probably gave your team the talking that they needed. What are going to be the immediate improvements that they need to make in the third quarter to get your team back in the game?
Alignment, assignment, execution. You know, those are three are the main things, and we have to tackle. You know, it's not tennis. You can touch somebody. You know, so we can't worry about everything else, but controlling our own destiny and our own assignment is going to be key.
Good luck, Coach, in the second half. Will, we're coming back to you.
Well, thank you very much, Lauren. Coach Elder, of course, has his work cut out, but our executive statistician has put together another comprehensive look at tonight's game by the numbers, Coach.
Well, let's look at this here. The Titans rushing yards only 88, and of course Monterey Trail 149, of which 70-yard run by quarterback Larrier. Passing downs, neither team is really filling the air with strikes. Total offense 118, 207, almost double. First downs are reasonably close. Penalties 30 to 41. Two big turnovers as hurt Burbank really, and as Coach just elated to. That was costly. What can they do? They've got to eliminate those turnovers because Coach. Quarterback Bailey's playing real hard, playing a great football game, and can use a little help. Time of possession is essentially even in this game. Even though we have a 21-zip game, believe me, in my opinion, right now shouldn't be 21 points between them.
I agree with that totally. Both teams had long drives in excess of 6 minutes. But again, as you say, because of penalties and turnovers, the Titans came up empty, and they're now looking uphill at Mount Everest here, down 21. Well, it seems apparent that there is other games going on around town, and here is a sampling. Elk Grove 7, Franklin 0. Del Oro 14-12 over Grant. Placer 35-zip over Oakmont. Rio Linda 31-8 over Lincoln. Del Campo on top of El Camino by a count of 27-14. Pleasant Grove getting shelled by Sheldon 41-28. Antelope on top of Inderkum here 21-13 in the showdown game of the CVC. Christian Brothers and Vista tied up at 21-all, and Folsom really putting it on. Granite Bay 49-7. Oak Ridge blanking Whitney 21-0. So that's a peek from around the area as we'll continue to update you. And right now we see both clubs back on the field. It will be a huge question as to whether Eddie Elder's ball club can psych back up to the open of the second half. They're not fresh. They had a break, but sometimes that can be counterproductive if the players are unable to get loose again for the second half.
Well, you notice early in the football game, Fisalo was getting his yardage, okay? And then suddenly they closed that up. And particularly up front with Pantoja, Keenan, and I'll mention Almonte. That's a pretty good defense. Wah was having a big day. And you know what? They put a stop to Fisalo. It's like, hey, he's not going to win the ball game for you. We got to now concentrate on Bailey, who's keeping the ball, who actually is far more dangerous than I thought.
Oh, he's dynamite. There you see Coach Elder up along that Burbank sideline, seeing to it that his team gets their stretches in and gets loose. And they've got a high hill to climb in this second half on the road against an undefeated ball club. So that's the test at hand for visiting Burbank. And as far as TJ Ewing's outfit is concerned, they're up substantially. And again, at a point in time, it has to be repeated and reconfirmed that they need to bear down and stay on it.
Well, I thought they've played a great football game, and then in that last minute and a half, 2 minutes, things got a little crazy there. And I can understand Coach TJ Ewing saying to the officials, what's going on? I mean, we got flag after flag against either team. And the last minute and a half took probably 10, 15 minutes to play because of the flags were coming out. So he's not saying, hey, throw some flags against them. He's just saying what's going on. How was the game so clean and suddenly so many flags are flying? That's all he wanted. No.
Well, fair enough. And I doubt if he got a sufficient explanation at the limited time that was availed. So we'll see if things are cleaned up in the second half. They've extended the intermission by 3 minutes to allow these teams to actually get warmed up. So we'll get warmed up coming out of a break and be right back for more of the Hometown Sports Game of the Week.
Nailed it.
We are ready for third quarter action here. Burbank will do the kicking as Monterey Trail won the opening coin toss and deferred. And that's looking like a big decision right now. They're up 21 and will get the football. First chance at it.
Well, Coach Ewing is saying, hey, we get the football here, and he's looking to drive the football and get a touchdown on his first series, take over the game. He'd like to do that.
Zamate with the, I don't know what to call that, but.
Well, illegal kick, it didn't go 10.
The kicking game has really hurt the Titans tonight.
Well, have we seen any touchbacks tonight?
No. I do not think we will.
Wow. Monterey Trail says, hey, we'll take the ball here.
Hard to believe. Did I actually see that? They're awarded possession at the Burbank 48 without lifting a finger based on a botched kickoff. Okay, first and 10. Split backs behind Laurier, double wide right. On the ground, it's Hills breaking loose. Here's a foot race. One man after him. Touchdown, Mustangs. From 47 yards out, Thaddeus Hills. Well, that didn't take long, did it?
It sure didn't. If we see the action, I love the first down call. Instead of running dive, he ran a cross buck trap. I'll tell you, it was beautiful with the crossing action in the backfield.
Michael Lee spotted, booted. No good, wide left. Let's take a look at the TD before we go to break.
Here it is. They all bounce on budget.
They're all grabbing, but nobody's holding on, and Hills scores easy. We'll be right back. Seconds is all it took Monterey Trail to score. One play, 47 yards. Thaddeus Hills showed the power with 3 broken tackles and then turned on the heat to score going away. 27-0. The missed PAT leaves them a point short, but they are in charge. So Michael Lee to do the booting. The deep returners cheating all the way up to the 15-yard line, and they get the big boot over their heads, retreating to the 1, and we'll see what they can make of this. Oh my goodness, that was ill-advised, you could say, on the
Hill for the touchdown and Hills for the tackle.
Quincy Wright.
Head for the Hills.
Head for the Hills and meet up with the Hills brothers. However, it only took one Hills, and that was Thaddeus, and he drilled Quincy Wright. Coming back, number 3 there, kind of wondering what fell on him. First and 10, however, at the 20. A lot of hard work to get back to the 20. Throw over the middle, wide open, nicely done. And it's going to be very close to first down yardage on the quick hitch to Malik Trice.
Malik Trice, yes. You know, he had a blocker in front of him, and it was almost like Bailey. The blocker was in Bailey's way for throwing the football.
Gain of 9, 2nd and 1. Tries 2 grabs for 15 yards. Let's see if they continue to use him. Turn and give. Boy, were they looking for that or what? Absolutely gobbled Finalau with the delayed carry.
He did, but it looked like he had enough progress to move the chains.
But slow in getting up.
We told you he took some hits in that first half, Will.
Well, those tackles right there were vicious. He's short by a foot. Third and half a yard at best.
I'll tell you, he did take the hits, Will, but, I don't think he was benefiting. You see him going off. I thought he had another half yard personally, but that's why I'm here and there in the field.
Actually, you're here because of your extreme expertise and ability to call these plays in advance. Big play for Burbank, and he wants to throw for it over the middle. Very high and incomplete. Going that time for Darius Daniel, and too high. So 4th and short. I can't see any reason why they should not go for it here.
Well, I want to see who's doing the kicking for them, because it's my understanding Bailey can kick.
Bailey 5 for 11 upstairs for just 39 yards. Compulsory call here to go for this on 4th down. They're down 27. They need about a foot.
I'd come under center and get the quarterback sneak.
Here he comes, just like you said, in advance. Looks like he has enough, but penalty marker dropped. Mustangs offside. So that'll keep the drive alive.
The defense. First down.
Oh, thank you, Herman. They parked the football with the nose just touching the Burbank 35. First down. Well, this is the time when a team and each individual player shows what they're made of.
Oh, it definitely does. And
they fake the handoff. Big rush and a big-time sack for Mustangs. Flushed him out of there. And coming up with the actual stop, Levi Philpott, but heavy pressure in there from 3 other Mustangs, Jermaine Spearman among them.
Well, they are quick up front. I'll tell you, between Philpott, Spearman, Almonte, Pantoja are quick.
And Keenan is dynamite.
I'll tell you, a very impressive defense. They bend a little bit at times, but I thought they'd try a play-action pass on 1st down because the Monterey Trail D was coming with everybody.
5-yard loss, 2nd and 15 from the Burbank 30 after that sack. Bailey rushed hard again. There's your little mini screen setup, but well diagnosed and caught from behind on a brilliant play, running that down, and Hills and company have been terrific.
Well, they sure did, and I'll tell you, that could have been a big play. They got Darius Daniel.
And you're going to see Pantoja here, 28, run that down. Ooh.
I'll tell you, he's all over the field. It's down 27. I know they don't want to just pound, but it just seems like it's tough. And this tough front of Monterey Trail is all over the field. They are very quick.
3rd and 9. Bailey and company need to come up with something here. They rush him hard and he throws deep. Broken up.
Yeah.
Coverage out there in the secondary. Good position for Prophet Brown as he was defending on the play. Again, they were trying to go deep to Quincy Wright.
Yeah, that there was a little hand movement involved, and Quincy Brown with good coverage out there. Once again, he was under heavy pressure.
Oh,
heavy pressure.
There was 2 guys right there in his face. So we're looking at a 4th and 9. Bailey
Well, this would be a great time for that antelope fake punt.
Not this time. They do boot it, but short, and it takes a backward bounce before it's downed near the Monterey Trail 42.
Well, short field for Monterey Trail, and with this 27-point lead here, Burbank's got to be extremely careful here and play hard. Really, a 22-yard punt, my goodness, really. It just, you know, here they are with a short field, a 60-yard field to drive, not even 60. So.
Okay, up to the line come the Mustangs, leading at 27-0 as we near midway third. Budget showing some motion. Quick hitch, incomplete.
Oh, that's a great rush there. We had a deflection almost there. That's a nice defensive play.
Well, the Burbank defense is really on the spot every bit as much as their offensive unit that's been unable to generate any points. They have to now throw a shutout the rest of the way just to keep it here.
This is true.
2nd and 10 after the incompletion. Eli Mirza out wide to the right. They blast ahead and cross the 45. Gain of about 4. So another carry for Victor Oliver.
Well, he's coming back after having missed several games, hadn't he? And he had 400 yards coming into tonight under really limited action.
So it's going to bring up a 3rd and 7 from the Monterey Trail 45. Double wide to the right. Big opening up the middle, running daylight. Oh my goodness, there was a gaping hole there, beautifully done, and Budget said, thank you very much.
Well, it was. I'll tell you, the handoff was right down the line. Wow, he almost missed the handoff. Okay, let's have a look at how quick it was. Right down, there it is. Wow.
That's a 25-yard run for Budget. It's a first down at the Burbank 35. Clock rolling with 6:35 to go, midway third. That was impressive. Laurier, Budget, stymied this time, shoved back for about a 1 yard, maybe got the line of scrimmage, maybe not quite. Lots of the Titans were there, led by Xavier Montiel.
Well, I think right now, Coach Arcuri, TJ's offensive quarters, going to keep the ball on the ground, tire Burbank out. Let's look at this. You see the pulling lineman coming in there. It almost looks like the old Washington play. Burbank's getting tired.
No gain, 2nd and 10.
False start on the offense.
Well, whatever the play call, Sniper was pulling. The left guard, Sniper was pulling, and they were running something left.
Lethune snipes, starting left guard. So it becomes 2nd and 15 from the Burbank 40. A toss to Budget, penalty marker thrown, and he's ahead for 5 yards to the 35, and we'll see about the penalty. Illegal shift, a rash of penalties in bridging the 2nd and 3rd quarters that have taken the rhythm out of this game.
Very definitely, and that's something that neither team wants. But as Coach Ewing
on the offense, 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
Coach Ewing's offense is built on tempo, as we know, and certainly they've been out of tempo there the latter part of the second quarter and part of this drive.
Well, they've gone backwards on 3 straight plays. Now they're at the Burbank 45 on a 2nd and 20. Burbank 3 penalties for 30, 8 penalties against the Mustangs for 51 yards. Whew. A toss to Budget, a reverse to the near side, and here's running room, big time running room. Brown cuts back and makes the Burbank 20. Prophet Brown. Nicely done reverse there. I'll tell you, Budget's very steady. He was getting heavy pressure before his handoff.
That's a nice call. Sweep, reverse. How nice.
There's a nice little cutback right there. 1st and 10 at the Titan 20.
Well, Prophet Brown made a nice run there.
25 yards.
Chains. I like the call. I really like the call with that. They had to defend the sweep and a nice handoff pitch to Brown coming around.
Double wide receivers to the right. Mirza inside Crump, but they go left side. It's Laurier for a touchdown, Mustangs from 20. Zach Laurier saw the deadlight and picked his way.
Oh, yes. He weaved through there. He's found the crease. He found that crease and hit that running lane and off to the race. He reads that extremely well. Once again, you've got to respect Oliver and Budget and Hill running inside. And once you gain that respect, now Oliver can ride them and run off tackle.
Michael Lee on for the PAT. Missed the last one, but not this one. Here's another look at the Zach Laurier 20-yard touchdown
Great
run.
fake inside to Budget. Off he goes, fake the sweep pitch and hits the running lane. Very nice.
Untouched. We'll be right back for more of the Hometown Sports Game of the Week.
It's not my first time bartending, so.
It's a sausage party in here.
It's fine. I'm very familiar.
Yeah, because you're a sexy girl, Sam. Last thing, totally last thing.
Yeah.
Is that the music, when Momo kicks it into high gear, is going to get a little bit loud in here. So your customers are going to have a hard time hearing you. So you may want to.
What?
In just over 3.5 minutes, the Mustangs travel 58 yards on 6 plays, and Zach Laurier finishing off the scoring drive with a weaving 20-yard run untouched into the end zone.
Well, he ran that same play for their first score running 70 yards, and he made that one look real easy.
They kick away from Bailey, and it goes to Darnell Lewis and to the far sideline where he shoved out of bounds near the Burbank 30. And Bailey is down, slow in getting up with some help. Brandon Waugh is all over the field for the Mustangs. And though they haven't thrown to him yet, a terrific receiver, 3 touchdown catches on the year. But boy, what a defender.
Yes, very definitely.
So 1st and 10 from the Burbank 30. The Titans trailing it now 34-0. Handoff. Fresh legs and open daylight running for the big back. Fieselau.
Nice hole, nice, that's the way he looked early in this football game.
They spotted it at the 47. Here's another look at this 17-yard run.
Inside handoff to Fieselau, bounces it out. Get off me. That's 2 tackles broken. Nice move.
Tough runner who was hobbled a bit in the first half, but obviously is shaking that off. Whistles kill this play.
Ball, encroachment on the defense. 5-yard penalty, first down.
Okay. Penalty. 1st and 5 now into Mustang territory at the Monterey Trail 48.
Well, let's see if Burbank can complete a drive without a turnover or a pick or a miscue.
Bailey playing tough tonight under adverse conditions. Rolls near side, throws. He's got a hookup out there. Short gain, shy of a first, about a 3 or 4 yard pickup on the completion to Edward Ossie.
Well, Ossie's got to get up the field. You know, when you catch a ball that far over, you're not going to make a ton of moves because pursuit's going to catch up with you.
That pass was soft and high and took a while to get there. They spotted at the Monterey Trail 45, gain of 3. They need 2 more for a first down.
Well, Coach Eddie Elder and his staff trying to put together a drive and get on the scoreboard.
Big rush.
Screen's on.
Incomplete. Bailey got rid of it in a hurry, going for Quincy Wright, unable to hold it. It's been a long night for Lavelle Bailey and the Titans. The Burbank quarterback looking as though he just ran a marathon.
Well, he's only got 2 yards to gain now. He ought to be able to get 2 here with Fieselau. If they get some line splits in there and not let the little guys get great penetration. When I talk little guys, I'm talking Almonte and Pentoya.
Okay, Bailey keeps it, tries to power up, and I think he's just short.
Well,
it'll bring up a 4th.
You're right, Will, and they're going to have to go for it, obviously.
4th and 1 from the Monterey Trail 44. Third period expiring rapidly here with 1:25 and rolling. So on 4th and 1, in order to sustain, the Titans need to come up with a first down right here. Bailey keeps and runs for a first down after a delay.
Well,
nice fake.
Gosh, yes. I like the effort by Bailey. Looked like a delay to Fieselau, and then he pulled it back.
I wonder if that was an accident. No. Wow, that was amazing. You saw Almonte overrun the play and look back when he saw the handoff. Little trickery there that you spoke of earlier. Gain of 3.
I like a play action pass on first down and not wait for third down.
I know you do. Here it comes. Double wideouts to the far side. He's gonna run it right up the middle. Sheds a tackler. Lunges inside the 35-yard line. It's gonna bring up a second, kind of short here. Just 20 seconds left in the third, clock rolling.
I don't know if that was a design QB draw or decided upon himself. It kind of looked like a design quarterback draw.
Well, they're going to let this quarter expire, and we're going to take a timeout and come right back for more of the Hometown Sports Game of the Week. Stay with us. Okay, let me amend that. Let's go down to field level and Lauren Goodman.
Well, I'm here with Monterey Trail's band director, Aaron Smith. Now, Aaron, how long have you been the band director here at Monterey Trail?
I think this is year 8 or 9.
Okay, now, if anybody here saw the band performance, how much work does it actually take for you guys to put on a performance like you did tonight?
Oh, man, so we've got 2 evening rehearsals a week, 6:30 to 9, Tuesdays and Thursdays. We have a couple of Saturday rehearsals, and then we've got the normal school day stuff, and we started practice about a week before school started.
How much of an asset is it to having a band as good as yours in the high school level?
Well, I think it's all about the culture of a high school. You know, you got a good football team, good music program, you've got good academics. It kind of creates a whole package that is important, I think, for students.
Well, the band was amazing today. This is the guy that leads them, and they're doing a great job here at Monterey Trail. Back to you, Will.
Thank you very much. Burbank on the run with a play fake, and a scramble gets inside the 10-yard line on a terrific individual effort that time by Mr. Bailey.
Oh, give quarterback Bailey all the credit in the world.
He's hobbled. Let's take another look at that.
Fake the pass. He's on his own.
Nice strides there.
He hit on that knee, didn't he?
He did. The tackle by Kevin Adams, but the Titans are set up as the whistle kills this play. I see a penalty marker down there.
Well, you know, Monterey Trail loves to call timeout if they don't like that defensive set versus your offensive set. And he's done it 2 or 3 times tonight, if you recall.
I do, and there's... Okay. Well, the breakdown on scoring by quarter is quite obvious on who's controlled this football game. And there you see 3 quarters of heavy production with little opposition. However, in a valiant effort, Bailey's run for 95 yards on 16 carries. And in the passing department, he's thrown for another 47 on 6 of 13.
Well, it's a gallant effort by Bailey, really. And let's see, hopefully he doesn't come out of that huddle gimping, but you know he doesn't want to come out of the game, for sure. Once again, I do think he could go that corner route with play action.
1st and 10 from the Mustang 11.
He definitely could run a corner route.
He's looking incomplete on the corner route. The intended receiver that time unable to come up with it, Malik Trice. 2nd and 10. Beautiful evening in Elk Grove here at Monterey Trail High School. Just lovely climate and weather conditions. And certainly everything put together nicely for a heck of a senior night here at Monterey Trail with the Mustangs on top 34-zip. And Burbank trying to do something about that right now in the person of Bailey. Fieselow has the handoff and gets dropped with little gain.
Well, they get in this red zone here, and the Monterey Trail D digs in, and quite frankly, we haven't seen Burbank do anything to get in the end zone. Yes, Jones, what a year. 83 tackles coming into tonight, making another big play.
3rd and 10. Dropped, picked up, Bailey fires, incomplete into the end zone. So again, the Titans have run out the string. Coverage out there by Budget was very nice. Nobody open.
Well, they got to go for it, and I know really that Coach Elder is not going to go for the field goal.
No, and they can still get a 1st down without scoring.
Yes, they can.
I do not believe this was a called timeout. They're taking forever to get underway here. Okay, line them up. Here we go. 4th and 10. Bailey looking, firing. Touch. Down. Titans.
Yeah, he drilled Daniel. He drilled him.
12-yard laser shot that took the skin off his fingertips. Darius Daniel with the grab for 6.
Well, you told me he's a basketball player. Is he a pitcher as well? I mean, he put the fastball on it.
He did. That was a bullet, and the Titans are on the board, clicking on a 4th down play, 34-6. The TD coming at the 10:43 mark here early in the 4th, and of course they're going for 2. Bailey looks right, gets chased and dropped. A sack at the 10-yard line. They were on him like a rash. And again, Kevin Adams coming up with the big stop. Here's another look at this pass pressure.
Look at this.
Well, there's the TD. And the Titans on the board. We're going to come right back for more action here on the Hometown Sports Game of the Week.
Up to 40% of businesses never recover after experiencing a major disaster. Make a plan at ready.gov/business.
Burbank set to kick off after finally getting on the board here. The touchdown coming on a 12-yard aerial connection from Bailey to Daniel on a drive that covers 70 yards in 11 plays in just over 5 minutes. Now Mirza, a valuable, versatile player here for the Mustangs. He's a wide receiver and special teams expert on the season.
Once again, a short field for Monterey Trail to drive the ball on the 45-yard line.
Well, the Titans desperate for more possessions, tried the kickoff that could get him that, but it didn't work. Mustangs are set up beautifully here. Still some hard hitting going on out there. Some real shots being delivered. Budget took a couple on the button there. But it's a 5-yard run. 2nd and 5. Budget 11 carries for 93 yards. Another excellent performance. 2nd and 5 upcoming. Short drop. A slant dropped slightly off target for Crump. A real bullet there, but he was open. He could have dashed.
I like the call. We haven't seen that route called tonight. That slant in. There's Bailey. You name it, he's there.
Lavelle Bailey, standout on offense and defense. Third and 5, packed in tight. Oh my goodness. Game referee Herman Brown. 5-yard penalty results in a Monterey Trail first down at the Burbank 45. Just over 10 minutes remaining in the ball game. Budget wide open. He's going to go all the way. The quick opener from 45.
Wow, he exploded.
Daddy. Man, oh man.
Budget exploded.
That was impressive. Jahil Budget. And you can see Monterey Trail is sticking to their budget tonight. No need to overspend.
Well, when you've got a good football team like this, you're not overspending. I'll tell you, they're all contributing.
Including Mr. Michael Lee, who tacks on the PAT, and another look at the budget burst.
Just a dive handoff, veer handoff, off he goes to the races. He flew by the two safeties.
There you see it. We'll be right back for more of the Hometown Sports Game of the Week.
Okay, so we drowned the fire.
Yep.
Stirred it. Drowned it again. And now just feel if it's cold.
Yeah.
Cool.
Smokey just gave me a bear hug.
I know. Already posted it.
(41-6). The arithmetic has been heavy on the Monterey Trail side on senior night here. The Mustangs really rolling against conference rival Burbank in a battle for first of the Metro League that was decided earlier on. To the 5-yard line, right, hit by 3 players, but lunges forward across the 15 to about the 18.
Well, it certainly didn't take Monterey Trail very long to react after the first touchdown of Burbank. 1 minute and 11 seconds later, Montreal responded with a touchdown of their own.
They did indeed, and rapid response is one of the great things in this game that can flip things back around from where they were. So Burbank down 41-6, 9.5 to go. Bailey fires out to the left side. He's got a hook up and now some running room. Well done there by Aussie. Near sideline run, Budget shoves him out, but a long gainer.
I didn't think that Bailey was going to get that off. He was under tremendous heat. As you'll see. That's the longest play of the evening for the Titans, I'll tell you that. Lots of pressure. It comes inside with that bubble screen. Nice move by Aussie. Another good move.
All the way to the Monterey Trail 34. 46 yards run. Big hole closed up quick, but a nice gainer there by Fieselau. Burbank back up to the line, working quickly. Fieselau working right, chopped and dropped. Nice solo tackle right there, chased down by the leading tackler on this ball club. I'll tell you, Marcus, Marcus Jones came into the ball game with 83 tackles, and we've seen him all over the field again tonight.
We certainly have. That whole defense is very quick. Almonte Pintoya, Keenan, Spearman, Hills. I'll tell you, they're pretty tough defensively.
Motion down the line. Bailey wants to throw, but gets flushed out of there and dropped.
He's still short a couple of yards.
Nice job there by Keenan. I really like this front four a lot.
And they got a nice linebacking core to go with them. Hills and Jones are tough inside, you know, so they're balanced.
Well, run the string out. 4th and 3 for the Titans if they want to sustain. Bailey has double wideouts to the right. He wants to throw. Heavy pressure. Dropped. Relentless pass rush. Marcus Jones, 42.
Yeah.
Monster.
He had time.
Yes, he did.
Good secondary coverage.
You did your job. You got off the field.
Three tacklers all wrapping up.
That's right.
We didn't see any sloppy tackling out of Monterey Trail tonight.
No, we did not. And you know what? He was harassed, had to flush the pocket. The only thing I can say after is get the ball out of your hands and maybe get an interference call or something, okay?
1st and 10 Mustangs from the Monterey Trail 27. Ground game continues to roll.
Wow. There's a lot of action underneath that pile there.
Clock rolling with 5:25. There's a good look at Coach Ewing and that Monterey Trail sideline and coaching contingent there.
Well, this game is pretty much under him with 5 minutes on the clock here in control. And the offense moving the football.
2nd and 5. Big hole off the right side. They know what to do with it. You know, they have opened up some tremendous holes. That offensive line is really clicking. Victor Oliver, the recipient that time.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we got something special coming up for you in 1 week's time. Back to the Delta. Elk Grove's Thundering Herd will be taking that short journey over to Cosumnes Oaks to face the Wolfpack. We've seen them both earlier this year against different opponents. That will be an intriguing game.
It should. All they got to do is get over the freeway.
Laurier. And again, Oliver getting the work. Another big gainer near the 1st down marker. They spotted at the 45, 1st and 10. Oliver doing a nice job coming off the bench tonight. Remember, he came into the game with 400 yards and inserted off the bench, but doing a nice job as they give Budget a bit of a break.
Well, they do, and in all due respect to that front offensive line of Monterey Trail, but we've got a very tired front of Burbank. We really do. In all due respect, Malanka, Snipes, Thompson, Ramirez, and Caceres have opened up holes all night along with Hua. And then you got the 7 two-way players of the Titans that are once again tiring, and now Monterey Trail's just going to pound them inside the tackles.
3:05, clock rolling, 2nd and 7 for the Mustangs. They've got a reserve backfield in there. Ball fake shown.
Larry with a keeper.
Number 20, Ramseur, is in there at a running back position along with Oliver, as Hills and Budget, I assume, have the night off from here.
Well, that's okay. They've, as I said earlier this evening, they've used 13 backs carrying the football. So that's quite impressive.
3rd and 6 from the Burbank 41.
That's a run for big yardage. They scored a touchdown on that cross-buck trap.
I'm happy to see the number 2 quarterback getting some snaps here too, as Victor Timonen is running the show now. And
well, that's good. Good for Victor Timonen.
Well, he's got a first down under his belt from the Burbank 30.
And he's mixing up the count. He got an encroachment call on the D, as the clock is ticking away with the running clock.
41-6. I believe that's 35.
It's right on the money.
I want to remind you, Lauren Goodman will be visiting with our players of the game in our post-game segment and the winning coach tonight. And we have filled out those ballots, and we'll see if you're on the same page with us for the players of the game. As you saw Ramseur with that last carry.
Well, not easy to pick a MVP at that Monterey Trail Ball Club because they've just got a lot of good football players.
Less than a minute now. Ramseur turn and give. Oliver fumbles the football. Don't know if it was after the whistle or not. Bailey still in there hitting hard on that tackle.
That's amazing. I am just, what a fine young man. He gives it. He plays tough every down.
So the loose football was after the whistle. Backs are split. Timonen running the show. They blast straight ahead. Ramseur with the carry, and we're down to 22 seconds.
Well, they may not even run. They may knee it.
I would think so. Knox in on the stop there, as this has been a rather complete performance here tonight for the hosts on senior night here at Monterey Trail. And there are zeros across the board. And as James Cagney would say, the examination's over. 41-6, our final, as Monterey Trail prevails in all aspects and going away. We're going to see some sportsmanship among these two teams as they form up for the handshake line in a game that was very hard fought despite the one-sided score.
Well, again, the better team won, but give credit to Burbank for hanging in there. There you see great sportsmanship going on between the clubs. But, you know, in my opinion, again, what should have doesn't always happen. I thought Burbank was capable of 14-21 points. 14 minimum.
I did too. I think the number of times that they were there with great opportunity and came up empty continued to add to their discouragement. It showed in their play, but that's the way it shakes out tonight here at Monterey Trail High School on senior night for the Mustangs. The hosts win big, 41-6. Don't wander off. When we come back for the post-game segment, we'll have interviews with our players of the game and the winning coach in tonight's contest. Stay with us.
Maria, so how's work?
It was fourth period biology. Our students just weren't getting how easily viruses spread. So Miss Bell and I had them role play a zombie virus outbreak. By the time they had all learned the lesson, all the living were dead. Hey, how's your job going?
That big sales meeting I planned? Next year, I might get to go.
Cool. Your son wants to get a cat,
I'll really take care of him.
but you're allergic. Do you A, prepare yourself, B, make the best of it,
C squared equals 25.
Good job!
or C, find a loophole? When it comes to parenting, there are no perfect answers, but that's okay, because you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Here's to the things that can keep us safe. Those we use all the time with hardly a thought. Those that are silently standing by to save our lives. And now, those that we carry with us everywhere we go. Many mobile devices will now bring you wireless emergency alerts, real-time information directly from local sources you know and trust. With the unique sound and vibration, you'll be in the know, wherever you are.
The verdict is in and the decision is final this evening here in Elk Grove at Monterey Trail High School on senior night for the Mustangs as they prevail by a final count of 41-6 over Metro League rival Burbank High School. The players of the game were relatively easy to identify. Let's see if you have the same thing on your ballot, folks. But for Burbank High, hard-working quarterback Lavelle Bailey and defensive back, hard night tonight. And for Monterey Trail, quarterback and defensive back Zach Laurier for the host Mustangs. They are our players of the game, and our Lauren Goodman is standing by with them. Lauren?
Well, Will, like you said, I'm out here with two easy-picked standouts, players of the game. First for the Titans with Lavelle Bailey, you're out there trying to make all the plays on offense and defense. How important is your energy to help your team be successful?
Yeah, it's I need to keep it at a high level because if I come out low, everybody else is gonna come out low. So being a team leader is kind of hard. You know, there's ups and downs to the game, and there was a lot of low points, but I got to keep my head high.
Now, you made big-time plays on defense, big-time hits. I know you're carrying a big load as the quarterback, but how special are you, or how much do you enjoy playing defense as well?
Oh, man, defense has always been in my heart ever since I was younger. You know, recruitment-wise, the way I'm getting recruited on defense, it's just I got no words for it. I just love it.
Now, you talked about how much you're getting recruited. You're a dual-sport athlete, big time on the field, big time on the basketball court. How is that whole process happening for you right now as you're a senior?
It's big blessings. It's big blessings. Right now, my head's on football. You know, hoop season coming around, you know, I'm going to take it serious. I'm going to take it kind of light, you know. So, yeah.
Thank you so much, Lavelle. Good luck on the rest of the season. Now I'm here with Monterey Trail's player of the game, Zach. Now, you guys seen the handshake there. They've been knowing each other for a long time. How valuable was it to kind of get that old school rivalry back from middle school, you said?
Well, it's every other game. It's just great to win a game, you know. We came in with a little extra motivation because of that, but it's just great to win at the end of the day.
Now, you set the tone for the Mustangs big. You came out with the 70-yard run. How much of your presence is so valuable to what the Mustangs do?
It's really the back's presence. If they take the back, then I can bust, and if they take me, they'll bust, and it's really on them. It's a whole team effort at the end of the day.
Now, with so much team success, you're also obviously getting individual success. How are you kind of just handling all that in this process?
The coaches here, they really humble you. They humble you all the time. Every Saturday, they humble you, and just keeping a level head.
Again, another dual sport athlete. How are you setting the tone right now so that can transcend over to basketball?
I'm not thinking anything about basketball. I'm worried about this season. We got to complete this season, and we got a bunch of talent, and I don't want to let it go to waste. We got to make sure we finish it out.
Thank you so much, Zach. Good luck on the rest of your season. Now I'm here with the winning coach, TJ Ewing. Coach, you had so many weapons out there, and it kind of was on display tonight. Just how lucky are you and the coaching staff to have all those packages?
Well, the community helped us a lot over the years, bringing their kids here to our school, and it's been a culmination of the Junior Mustangs, all the parents, all the coaches, the sacrifice, former players that came and coached our Junior Mustang program to get the mind right in terms of what we believe in, our philosophy, what our school's philosophy is, and how to get the kids ready for the next step of high school. And I think that's been the biggest thing, is all these kids know each other for a long time, so that's always helpful.
Well, if everybody hasn't noticed, Coach, your voice is kind of hoarse. I'm on the sideline watching you. You have so much energy in your communication with your players. How do you value the relationships that you're building in this new season?
Oh, it's huge. I mean, it's just knowing these kids and they're 9 years old, 10 years old, seeing them grow up through youth program. That's the biggest thing, is you have the trust by the parent. The parent knows you care about their child when you see them when they're young, and you've been working with them for a long time. So that's where you can get really close. That's where it becomes your sons in that regard, your second family that way.
Coach, now I know a lot of outside presence media bringing attention to this such great start, one of your best starts in school history, but how do you keep your guys level-headed and just taking game by game, week by week to get to your end goal?
The truth serum, it's the film. Watching the film, the guys realize we're not that good. So that Saturday usually, and then every day throughout practice, watching film and making sure guys are corrected and they know we got to get better every day.
Anything special that you need your team to keep focused on while you guys are trucking down to this road of making to the playoffs and eventually championships?
Keep working fundamentals, just overall fundamentals. Good team chemistry through that, just working the fundamentals and respecting each other, playing for each other, and keeping their commitments to each other.
Thank you so much, TJ. Great game down on the field. Back to you, Will.
Well, thank you very much, Lauren. TJ Ewing. What a tremendous program that he started here and is continuing to develop. And it's a great inspiration and example for all programs.
Very definitely. He's been here from the start. He's seen it through. He's had opportunities to go elsewhere, I'm sure, because he is a fine coach. He coached a bit in the Bay Area coming up, but he's sound in every level. What I like about is they keep level-headed, and his team is sound in fundamentals. There's not one person that's more important than the other, and you can see that it starts with TJ.
It does indeed, and the humbling experience his player alluded to there, keeping things hot, straight, and normal here in the Mustangs camp. Well, our executive statistician, Gary Martin, has crunched the numbers more than capably, as usual. Let's take a look at our final stats.
Well, let's look at the rushing yards. It's quite one-sided in the favor of Monterey Trail, 371 to 145 passing yards. They didn't really have to throw tonight. They were moving the chains running, and so Titans had more passing yards, and they were behind. They had to throw. Total offense, there you have it, 435. First downs, 19 to 13. Penalties, fairly even. Turnovers did hurt, particularly in the first half. And then they got the ball in the red zone again and couldn't capitalize on it. Time of possession more in the favor of the Titans, but like I said, you got to make use of it and score, particularly when you get in the red zone. And they came away several times empty-handed in the red zone.
I couldn't have said it any better, and when the Mustangs got into the red zone, they cashed in the opportunities. Zach Laria runs for 3 TDs, 2 of them from in the red zone, and in the end, the cumulative total of all the Mustang production results in a big 41-6 victory.
Without a doubt. And they showed why they're 8-0. They are alone on top of that Metro. And it's with the rest of the schedule, I mean, you still got to play each game. But tonight, in all estimation, as we said from the start, this probably was a title football game. And I respect McClatchy, Kennedy, Laguna Creek, but to me, this was a title football game, and Monterey Trail proved themselves.
Most assuredly, and a tip of the cap and a measure of respect to head coach Eddie Elder and the Burbank Titans. They didn't have it tonight, but they fought hard and showed intensity, and we were able to recognize a number of their outstanding players. They'll have better days ahead. But tonight, it's all Monterey Trail in a 41-6 victory over Burbank High School. And that being said, we've got a few scores from around the area provided by Mr. Martin.
Well, here we go. We've got some finals and we've got some halftime scores and so forth. Oak Ridge 14-0 over Whitney. Kennedy, it looks like fourth quarter, 22-19. Antelope is in the fourth quarter with a 21-13 lead over Intercom, and that definitely is an upset. And Pleasant Grove and Sheldon scored a lot of points here tonight, 55-41 Sheldon. Wow. Granite Bay, Folsom, we expected that. Maybe not quite that score, 63-7. Ponderosa with a tie ball game going in there. We don't have a final yet on that El Camino del Campo. Del Oro in a big game, not over, 22-21 Grant. Wow.
Wow, we've got some doozies there. Del Oro Grant, Antelope Intercom, and a real slugfest there with Sheldon and Joe C. piling up 55.
Wow.
But here it was a 41-6 one-sided affair on senior night at Monterey Trail. The host Mustangs coming up big, and they are in sole possession of first place in the Metropolitan League. That being said, Access Sacramento's entire broadcast crew wish to extend their deep appreciation to the Monterey Trail administration, particularly Athletic Director David Coronado, for their cooperation and assistance with our broadcast arrangements for this television production. The Hometown Sports Game of the Week is a special sports broadcast of Access Sacramento in association with Play-by-Play Sports Productions. For Jim Domino, Lauren Goodman, our game director Nick Dunn, executive statistician Gary Martin, and the entire Hometown Sports Game of the Week broadcast crew, I'm Will James. We thank you for joining us, and as always, look forward to the next opportunity when we can get together. So long, everyone.
From Access Sacramento's Hometown Sports Game of the Week is available for purchase on DVD. For more information, call Access Sacramento, 916-456-8600, extension 0. This has been a Hometown Sports Game of the Week broadcast from Access Sacramento. Major underwriting support this season for Hometown Sports Game of the Week on Access Sacramento is provided by the Sacramento Metropolitan Cable Television Commission. Access Sacramento also thanks Sharif Jewelers, fine jewelers since 1932. Sharif Jewelers, a longtime sponsor of community television. And Folsom Lake Honda, a proud sponsor of Access Sacramento's Hometown TV and Game of the Week, and a partner in our community, Folsom Lake Honda.